Expecting Iniesta or Xavi, and he said he forgot to shake hands with his teammates.
But youthful players and so much strength and depth as well on the bench. This is Alves. Messi. Not just keeping the ball, they're playing at an even quicker pace than normal tonight. They've started out in about 5th gear.
On the back foot, but they haven't conceded anything yet, and also Arsenio hasn't had to make a save.
At the moment, Malaga are chasing shadows. There's a little shadow cast by Lionel Messi. Abidal comes inside. Eric Abidal tried to sneak one in at the near post. All that is just an accidental collision. Here goes Messi again, taking on all comers. Tries to bring David Villa into play. Caspar
behind, and you've got the pace of Villa, Pedro, and obviously Messi. Then it's got to be sweeper keeper time.
Abidal. Xavi. Is it David Villa? Iniesta. Messi. Little teaser for Dani Alves. Alves. Oh, brilliant! They can only stand and stare at the magnificence of the football of Barcelona. Iniesta this time with the icing on the cake.
You know, Rob, you can't really fault the Malaga defence because they're keeping them outside the box. They're going to...
Barcelona with 9 minutes gone.
I think that only goal he scored that season was the one against Chelsea in the semi-final.
Ball played through, and there's an interception from Demi Kellis. Barcelona 27 games without Busquets. Messi. Xavi. Just looking at the players with orange and bright yellow foot.
There is no bad players in the Barcelona side, Rob.
Nor the squad, nor the youth team, I think. Ball through. There's Xavi. Real Madrid falling even further behind after only drawing in Malaga about the night they came here and they beat Barcelona. That seems a distant memory now. The Barca going for the second, and it just evaded Iniesta.
It's a shame. Again, Rob, they forced errors from the defence, and combination here from Andres Iniesta and Messi, who sets it up for him. Maybe worth a shot, just over dribbles it. Iniesta, unfortunately.
Messi, what a perfect pass that was. Pedro in from the wing. Messi supports, he went solo, goalkeeper can't handle it. David Villa. That's the middle. Barcelona's reaction shine again, operating down in the centre of the field. Lionel Messi. Iniesta. Improvise again. Another shot from distance, and the goalkeeper knew nothing about that. Messi's flip over. Villa getting under the studs of the defenders again. Barcelona trying to walk this one in. Join his teammate.
Well, they're all getting on the act. That's all the top three for the Ballon d'Or.
Throws in exceptional form. He's got 9 goals in his last 9 games. Messi. David Villa. Can't keep him off the score sheet for long. 2-0 Barcelona.
Well, the problem was, Robbie, heard you say that Pedro had got 14 goals and he's only got 13. So that was settled very quickly. He's now on 14. And again, irresistible, this Barcelona side. The passing, the movement, and the quality in the front three is just unbelievable. Let's have a look at it. Again, good challenge to win the ball back. That was Busquets. Then when the ball's fed to David Villa, he actually looks for the goalkeeper to open his legs before he sticks it through. Xavi's pass, Messi feeds it to Villa through his legs. They make it look so simple, but at 2-0 they are cruising.
As Jerry said, it's his 13th La Liga goal of the season, 15 in all competitions, 8th hat-trick. Scored 3 this season.
Opportunities.
Barcelona edging closer to that 100 goal mark. That's
Ooh,
offside.
that was tight. That was very tight. So the front three between them have got 61 goals.
Former Spanish under-19 and 21 international. He's got a busy night. Lionel Messi tried to pass it on to Xavi. Maybe subconsciously still feels a little guilty that he took the World Player of the Year for a second successive year.
Certainly feels hard done by. That is on Tuesday night. I'm sure they'll all get a chance.
He played along.
Pellegrini, he's an excellent coach. Very unfortunate to lose his job as Real Madrid manager.
It's a great 360. Lionel Messi. Mesmerising dribble from Messi. Continues his run on the blind side of the defenders and still gets there. And somehow, from a seemingly impossible position, almost scored.
Well, there's 3 or 4 blue and white shirts there, and they just turn on the sixpence. The two of them are so technically gifted, and starts to look as if it's impossible, but he does the impossible. Lionel Messi flicks it over the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, it lands on the top of the net from a very acute angle.
I think there may have been a sly use of the arm in there from the Argentinian.
He wouldn't have done that, would he?
This is how it all started. And then he continued his run.
Maybe.
Youngest player ever to win the Ballon d'Or twice, of course. Messi taken down. He's got a great record against Malaga, a great record against most clubs, but he's got 3 goals in 4 games against them. Referee trying to be a little protective.
That was clever from Duda. He stuck the leg out as he went to go around the back of him. The referee was quick enough to pick up on it, though. Senor Gonzalez.
It's just impossible to stop. They just look despairing of the Malaga players. And the referee, I think, has offered some sympathy to Maresca, who dived into the challenge.
He's so good, he's so quick and fleet of foot. That's the only way they're going to stop him. You know, very uncultured, but...
Do you know the one plus though, Jerry? We saw Ronaldo earlier on in the camera capturing him. How many times was he asking the referee to yellow card the opposition? Messi just looks and gets straight up.
He's a fantastic attitude and approach to the game, and people kick him. I think he expects them to kick him, but he just gets on with it. Great turn.
Xavi. Pedro. Messi. Here we go again. Iniesta, tremendous save, but they can't keep it out. Pedro's on the score sheet yet again.
It's great competition, isn't it? Who can score the next goal? Pedro goes one above David Villa on 16 goals for the season. And again, look at the slide rule pass when you see the replay here, Rob, from Lionel Messi. Have a look. Picks him out, sees a run. Angle is unbelievable, but the pace and the angle of the pass is superb. Credit to Arsenio, who makes a good save from a
turn to La Liga.
He's going to complain here.
Well, that's a sideshow because Barcelona are attacking again at speed. It's David Villa seeking his second of the game when he tried to pass it to Lionel Messi, who for once doesn't score.
You can see he's trying to square out across the 6-yard box for Messi to tap in. Again, on the counter-attack, so dangerous. Pedro's pace, the pass is superb. Unbelievable. I was just thinking, was they're 3-0 up, and it looks to me like
first half. Wellington.
The pressing once again, Rob.
It's a great ball. David Villa with time and space. Villa, little step over. Xavi leaves it. Will this be 4? Oh no, Arsenio to the rescue. Messi's not yet on the score sheet.
You would have bet money it was going to be 4. I certainly fancied him to dink it over the keeper. Clever play. Look at the step over. Xavi leaves it for Messi, and I thought he's just going to dink it over the advancing Arsenio, but the keeper makes a great save. Spreads himself really well there to prevent the 4th.
They're very bright graduates as well. Here's one of them, Lionel Messi. Pedro looking for Messi, finding Messi.
Good tackle.
Oh, there was a leg there for Messi to fall over, he didn't, and Wellington provided enough of an obstacle to prevent further damage. Iniesta to Pedro. Pedro quickens things up. Lionel Messi improvises in the penalty. Messi squares it in. Another top save from Arsenio.
He's made some excellent stops, the goalkeeper here. But the quality, the free-flowing football from Barcelona is just great to watch, unless you're a Malaga fan, of course. Look at that skill from Andres Iniesta. Pedro acceleration, and then Messi's trickery results in a shot and save. Lovely skills from Andres Iniesta. And Messi, look at this. Michaelis is left for dead, but Arsenio makes another save.
Baptista has to vacate the field. Just a single minute has been added. Messi hasn't scored yet, but there's a promise of plenty more in the second half. It's been another masterclass there in our commentary, and maybe not too respectful for Malaga, but
different class or different level to anything else you've seen before.
Trying to find positives. And, trying to creep up to him. Here's Lionel Messi, working his magic, trying to keep on his feet. He still gets the ball. Gaspar intercepts, and it's an escape for Malaga. Piqué and Puyol lend their muscle to this set-piece situation. Messi delivers. The intention was Puyol gets away from Wellington. The other. Could be a case of to leave, and he's going to stay with Barcelona till the end of the season and see it out.
That's good news.
Maybe that was saying how he could be picked up. Credit should be given to Malaga. They come out.
Pellegrini for sticking to his guns. We said, you know, he's very positive. He's stuck to his game plan and wants to play attractive football. And here goes Messi.
He's been quiet in the second half, Lionel Messi. He's gone, by his standards, a little bit off the boil. Looks pleading at the referee's assistant, but just appeared that he'd been crowded out of the move.
Let's see what happened here. Is he pushed off? Well, it is. You can see the arm comes right across him.
Situation. In from the wing is Villa. Messi steps over the ball. Pedro picks up the pieces. It's a spare man at the far post. Pedro disguises it cleverly to chat the final 15 minutes of the Nou Camp. Pedro. Great run again. Arsenio picks it up. Xavi. Messi. Or La Liga matches Barcelona.
Yeah, that's what's going to annoy Victor Valdez, as I said earlier. He will not be happy. He hasn't much to do.
David Villa.
Oh,
back
chance.
to Lionel Messi. Messi to Xavi. They try to overplay their way to the fifth goal.
They're trying to put Messi in for a goal. You know, this is what they're doing. And
Busquets misses out.
still a lot of loose passes, you know, unforced errors, but it's good entertainment. Here we go again.
Here they go. Messi. Xavi. Iniesta, should I say, trying to get it through the legs. The ball through Gaspar again. 3 Barcelona players this time, and getting on a little too strong. Free kick.
That was given against the defender. Fortunately, it wasn't. But they still get a corner kick out of it.
Messi looks a little disturbed that he hasn't managed. It's a man who's guaranteed goals, 46 goals in his 68 appearances at Real Madrid before he was curtailed by injury. Right, Barcelona go. Away is the cry from the keeper. Got Revista this week. Now can they get the 5th? That's terrible. This time tackled by Demi Kellis. Messi comes inside, mesmerising again, and the league just hoist it anywhere. Malaga are put out of their misery. It's like a visit to the headmaster's office when you come to the Camp Nou. You know you're going to get punished, you just don't know how much it's going to hurt. Just the 4 strikes that Malaga had to suffer tonight. They got one back. 4-1 was the final score. Towards the end, it could have been 5th as Messi went on an adventurous run, but they couldn't add to the tally. All handshakes down below, 4-1 final score.